welcome to M20 Sorcerer Lodi Episode 1, or as we're going to be calling it, Night 1. When we all get together for Session 0, we had a discussion of who each of our associates here would be playing, so let's reintroduce them. If you don't mind, let's start things off with Leko. Please tell us who you are, what you do, who you are playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you'd care to share with the class.
I am Leko Rodriguez. I am a personal trainer and a habitual nerd on all things Travis and or Onyx Path and or World of Darkness related. I am playing Christopher Garcia Williams. Both of us are he, him, though Christopher is a little less prepared than I am to deal with whatever Travis is prepared to throw at him, and is probably going to be terrified and hiding behind anyone bigger or more willing to stand in front of whatever is coming.
Glorious. And next up, let's have Pesto. Please tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you'd like to share with the group.
Sure. Hi, I am Pesto Mystic, she, her, and I will be playing Gray, a he, him. Just a good old brute of a character that wants to punch a lot of things. Look forward to that.
I love it. I look forward to it as well. And next up, please, Chaz, tell us all of your pertinence.
Hi, so I am Chaz, he, him, they, them, all good. And I will be playing Kai, a gregarious chap who really likes to have fun and likes when the people around him have fun. Although if someone around him has too much fun, they tend to very quickly get drained of that fun.
Nice. That is one way of describing his impact on a room. And last but most certainly not least, please, Gilbert, give us your pertinence.
Hi, I'm Gilbert Ramos, frequent guest of the Onyx Path and Travis's games and nightmare shows and all that good stuff. Willing participant, should be stated. I am playing today Daniel Ortiz. Both of us are he, him. Daniel is a troublemaker with some strong ties to the community, so no one would ever really accuse him of being a troublemaker. But he's a manipulative piece of shit, and I'm gonna dive into that.
I look forward to seeing how that pans out with what we have planned. And I am Travis Legge, he, they. You can find me anywhere online at Travis Legge. We did not get a chance to get into our safety meeting because not everyone was here for Session 0. So real quick, I just want to go over safety. We always use the X card on the show. If anybody has a thing they need to X out of, they're welcome to either say X, make an X with their arms like this, or type it in the Zoom chat. Full disclosure, last place I'm likely to see it is the Zoom chat. I also like to do yes goes and no goes. So yes goes are things you would like to see happen. No goes are things you would not like to see happen at all. For me, yes goes are always gore and more gore, and then some more gore on top of that. And I plan on delivering a bit of that this session, so consider yourselves warned. And my no-go is always SA. So next up, we have Leko. Why don't you walk us through any yes goes, no goes?
I only have the one, and it is preferably no domesticated pet abuse. Hi, Baxter. He gets sad.
That's fair. Pesto, anything?
I just want to add one more gore to your yeses.
All right, excellent. Done. Chaz, anything?
Same as you with the no-go. For the yes go, I want some temptation, just like some nice subtle temptation in there.
I can make that happen. And last but not least, Gilbert.
Same no-go as you. I second or third the more gore. Big fan of temptation. I voluntarily I volunteer Daniel to be a victim. He deserves to be beaten.
Jeez. Right on. It's a little dark. All right, so
like I said.
But it is not, in fact, the world of brightness. So let's dive right into this World of Darkness game. Now, as we discussed, you are all teenagers. You are probably mid to late teens. You all belong to a martial arts self-defense class. And 3 of you are students at the Nighthawk Academy. So, let's say it's a Thursday night. It's 2002, August. You just are finishing up your self-defense course, which is taught off campus. It's an independent course. To the best of any of your knowledge, the teacher who is in charge of this course is unaware of anything unusual about the world. They're just a self-defense teacher. But I'll leave it at your discretion as to whether or not you all are, obviously the 3 of you who go to school together are aware of each other's capabilities, but then there's this slight outsider. So how close do we want to say you are with the rest of the party? How close do you know one another? Are you friendly? Are you rivals?
Does
Go ahead.
Gray seem to really enjoy the self-defense?
Definitely gets into it with enthusiasm. Definitely pushes the air with enthusiasm, but very straight-faced.
But there's enthusiasm. Yeah, I'm going to, whether Gray likes or not, I'm going to start to like gravitate around Gray because enthusiasm is good.
Okay.
I have an aversion to intensity, so there's probably a little bit of distance, kind of cautious distance. At the end of a class, I am likely, getting stuff out of my locker and probably checking my stash to see if I am holding.
Sure. Whatever you would like to be holding, you are holding.
I mean, ideally it would be sedatives, but yeah. I just want to make sure that I'm not out, considering, if I'm at class and Daniel's here, this would be a great time. But if I have what I need, then I will probably be, setting myself up at my locker and getting changed and getting you said it's Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go through my little CD case and I pull out Thursday's soundtrack and I will put my headphones in.
All right, slap your Discman on your hip. And are you just kind of chilling, listening to music, waiting for everybody to be ready to go effectively? Or are you leaving separately from the others?
Well, I mean, so I, depending on how far it is, I mean, I actually own a car, so I don't know if anybody rides with me. I imagine that if I ride with anyone, I might give Kai a ride if Kai doesn't have a car. And I'm assuming Daniel has his own mode of transportation because he's all independent, roguish bone on the DL. So yeah, I'm probably just waiting for Kai to finish orbiting his fan club area over there, and I'll just kind of bop away to whatever I'm listening to.
And I won't take long. Like I'm aware of Chris enough to be like, I know he's ready to just like peace out.
All right, so Gray, this Kai kid's kind of bouncing around you a little bit like a, excited cartoonish puppy almost. But before too long, he excuses himself, takes off. What would you like to do as your? I guess Kai, when you're up against or up to Gray, what are you going to say as you go up to them when you approach them?
I mean, I assume I've been here for a while, so I just like to stay near Gray. I don't even need to talk to him, especially just feel the intensity. And once the intensity starts to like die down, then I get on board.
How hard are you trying to feel that intensity?
not hard enough to actually like cause. I just like being near it.
Why don't you make a willpower roll at difficulty 5 for me, please?
Yep. For this. Yeah.
So a reminder for those of you who might be coming to the world of darkness cold, when I state difficulty in this system, that is the target number that you're looking for on the dice. Any dice that reach that number are a success. Any dice that are ones are considered botches and remove successes from your rolled pool. And anything that rolls a 10, I'm sorry, they do not remove successes, but if you get no successes,
Okay, 6.
they count as a botch. And if you get a 10 and you have a specialty, it counts as 2 successes. You got 6 successes?
I have lots of willpower.
You're good. You can just smell the aroma without taking a taste. And what are you doing, Gray, as you're sort of noticing this kid just kind of staring at you a little bit?
I'm gonna try to ignore it, and then just like I imagine myself around a boxing ring, so I'm just gonna like go around that hanging thing, just trying to avoid.
All right, very good. You sort of just have that strange exchange and then part ways. What is Daniel doing during all this?
I think I would be watching. I don't think I have a whole lot of connection to Gray, so I think I'm just learning at this point, just watching the interaction.
All right. Gray, go ahead and roll a martial arts and dex for me. Just want to see.
Oh dear. Okay.
Your difficulty on this roll is 6, so you're looking for 6s or better.
Okie dokie. I got 4 successes.
Excellent. So as you're watching Gray move, like it's very clear to you that this dude knows how to fight. Like they're really deftly moving between different techniques. Even to somebody who's not maybe familiar with boxing, they certainly know what they look like. They know what they're doing. So as this exchange is going on, you're sort of watching. Christopher, you were getting your car ready eventually and sort of ushering Kai out.
So I'm like sitting on a bench, probably, kind of swaying to, I don't know, All American Rejects or something, massaging my temples and kind of casually watching people watch each other, because that's basically what I do with my time. And I think realizing that a lot of the focus is on Gray, I would kind of lean down and start massaging my temples, kind of relaxing and breathing. And I want to get an idea as to what is on Gray's mind right now.
Okay. How would you like to go about that?
I am going to spend a point of willpower.
Okay.
So that I can, okay, so checking that box causes all sorts of character sheet problems. So I'm just going to
Don't check that box.
I'm just going to put a little X in it. And how does this work? I spend a point of willpower and then I roll its willpower and its difficulty of the level I'm using +3, right?
That is correct.
To do the telepathy thing. So
Yes.
telepathy 2, inner thoughts are open to the telepath. I think I will only go with surface thoughts. So I'll use 1.
Okay.
So this is surface thoughts, either song stuck in their head, active recollection. So and then I roll willpower. Is that how it works?
Yes.
All right.
Your target number is going to be 4.
Okay. What's going on? That little noggin of yours, Gray. So that is 9 successes.
Excellent. So what's your basic sort of like anything that's actively on your mind right now?
It's even worse because I didn't imagine anything happening. I guess maybe just like how surface do we want? Can it be a memory or just a feeling?
Yeah,
Or?
whatever is actively on your mind right now. Right?
Surface thoughts and emotions.
Right. So your emotional state, and if you're like actively remembering something or actively thinking about someone that
you're punching, maybe.
Yeah, that was okay. Definitely a lot of anger and frustration, and I'm mostly imagining a memory from a while ago where I was being beaten up and I could not land a punch, and I still can't land a punch in my head. So, okay, do you need more? I'm wearing a blue bracelet.
Nope,
the grass is beautiful. Okay.
That's all we need. And I need each of you to roll perception and awareness for me, please. Difficulty 7.
Perception awareness.
Yep.
To difficulty 7.
That is correct.
I got 3.
1.
Excellent.
0.
1.
Beautiful. So the two of you got a 1 success. You get a bad feeling. Almost like if you take your most uncomfortable memory and imagine experiencing deja vu of it. If that makes sense. So you get like that vague, undefinable feeling that's similar to what might have caused it without the actual like resonant connection. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the basic feeling that you get. With 3 successes and a very open mind, you feel 2 things apart from that vague sense of unease. You feel a malevolent sort of pulse almost just wash through the area, just like really bad mojo just kind of washed over you. And then you feel like a really faint but definitely present sudden release of pressure. Like if you would imagine like lancing a boil or popping a pimple, like that feeling of like tension release, you sort of get that emotionally.
Christopher kind of rips off his headphones and stands up, just kind of gasping, trying to find purchase against a wall to lean against.
And Daniel, you're like out the doorbell is like rung, and you look over and see him like his hand hit the wall and just having a panic attack. It looks
The
like.
fuck was that?
I'm gonna go over to him.
You
didn't take anything now, did you?
I mean, yeah, but I'm looking at Gray because I'm like, I was in there and that's where I felt it.
It's
Right.
100% not Gray. And you can tell now that you're still kind of at that surface level, you can tell that Gray felt at least some of that too.
I will lock unblinking eyes with Gray. And you can tell that Christopher's like visibly shaken. He's not a very large fellow. He's about 5'6", maybe 110 pounds of not a whole lot of person. Probably visibly shaken and concerned.
And Kai, how would you respond to this stimulus?
Once Kai felt that, he would have gone straight to Chris. Because like he trusts his gut at this point, being a psychic and all, but Chris is way more into with this stuff than he ever has been. So,
all right. And Daniel, what are you doing?
Just assessing the situation, checking on Chris. Seems to be pretty shaken.
Yeah.
Kai came over, and that's normal. I'll look at Gray as well because he's staring. So
Yeah. Gray, are you just going to sit there staring, or is there something else that you would like to do?
I think I would like to approach Chris. Not like fast, just like slow walk.
All right.
Never mind.
You kind of like lean, kind of angle out Daniel a bit so that like Daniel's like here, and like Kai's here. Just you
Toss
felt
you my
that,
sweater.
you felt that, didn't you? What's your deal? Gray, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, I felt something, and I just saw that you seemed like you were chilly, so I'd come over here and offer my sweatshirt.
Oh,
I don't.
I appreciate it. I'm not cold. Something. Is anybody else here? Are we the last students here?
Yeah. There's a couple of like the, I guess, student aides, for lack of a better term, like the orange belts that are there, like cleaning up and getting everything together.
Maybe we should go outside, get some air.
And nobody else seemed like they felt it. Oh, sorry, Kai.
No. Nope. What were you gonna say, Kai?
I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Like, get outside, get some fresh air.
Well, I'll make my way to the door and kind of keep side-eyeing Gray and not really subtly, like nod my head. As we ding dong out the door.
All right. Are you all stepping out together then?
Yeah.
I would like to be last.
I'm gonna linger for a second. I didn't feel anything with a 0, yeah?
Right.
Right on. I'm gonna see if there's any clue before I'll hesitate and kind of look around and see if there's anything like blatantly obvious.
Sure.
Changed.
Go ahead and give me a perception and alertness roll. Difficulty 6.
That is 2 successes.
As you're looking around inside, you notice nothing out of the ordinary, nothing unusual. You step outside, however, and you look over and you see very clearly there is a church probably about 3 blocks away from where the dojo is. And as you look up, you can very clearly see it's kind of illuminated, underlit, this cross atop the steeple. And you can see that the cross has a crack, a visible from where you're standing crack in it, that you're pretty sure wasn't there when you walked into class.
Hold on to that information until some other stuff comes to light.
Look, I don't know what the hell is going on, but something was in there. Something passed. Something really, really bad and really upset was here.
You're saying is it gone?
I felt I'm not going to go looking for it, but Travis, would esoterica apply? Like, would I feel like maybe it was would I think that was maybe a ghost or like a
Whatever
like
it was,
like a malevolent spirit of some kind?
I'll let you go ahead and roll wits esoterica if you'd like.
Sure. I mean, I don't really know what I would think. Difficulty?
We'll do 8.
Okay. Just to kind of get an idea as to what it might have been. The depressurization is what's messing with me. 2 successes.
You're pretty sure that those are 2 simultaneous, possibly related, but clearly separate sensations you felt.
Or maybe it was 2 things. Actually, I'm almost certain. I think there were two things.
And as you think of it, that background sensation, that distant pop, had a direction to it. Like you could feel like it was definitely oriented in a specific direction. It was coming from over there.
There was like an actual, it was further away than kind of the suffocating feeling I had, and it was off that way. I'll gesture wherever that direction is.
You point down the road to the school.
Toward the school.
Where we live. Yes. Okay.
Hey, Gray. Not to be too intrusive here, but I'm just kind of curious as to whether or not it's normal, for you to pick up on strange phenomena. Are you?
I mean, finish your thought.
I don't finish it. Like, are you? I don't know how would Professor Nighthawk describe, like, he wouldn't use the word like special. He would say something else.
Aware of the complexities of this world.
Are you in tune with the world at all? Are you like aware of things?
Like a hippie?
Are you magic,
aware.
Gray? Do you believe in magic, Gray?
Type of magic, because there's all types of magic in this world. It's beautiful.
So that's a yes, though, right? Certainly
It's
sounds like a yes.
not a no necessarily.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, there's beauty in this world. Magic.
I don't know nothing about. I mean, magic's kind of outside of my purview, but something was here, and something happened by the school.
No, you said you don't want to go after it, though, right?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that multiple things have happened already, and it's only Thursday.
Well, not to add more to your newly discovered plate, but we point toward the cross in the church. I don't believe that whatever it was is a big fan of the Big J. I don't think that crack was there when we came in. Did you?
Over at the church.
I mean, you don't recall seeing that cross cracked before.
I mean, I can't say that I'd know one way or the other. Which direction is the church from? Is it the other way?
Like past, like it would have after you, like you were. It is further from the school than you are.
Is it in the same direction, or is it in a different direction?
Like yes, it would have.
So maybe
if it had continued,
maybe it was the church.
Yeah, maybe not exactly where we live, Kai, but
no, I'm sorry. So the school is here. You are here. The church is here. So like it would have passed you to hit the church
gotcha.
if it came from the school.
Oh, okay.
We may have discovered a path of origin. Somebody, this is going to be fun.
We have different definitions of fun. Have my downers kicked in yet?
They're starting to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
This feels like you're not a student there, are you? It feels like we're breaching contract or something.
I just kind of casually hand my keys to Kai.
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
lean on his shoulder a bit.
Yeah. I just like get him in the car.
So what's the plan?
Well, by all means, go ahead.
All right. Great. You up for a little field trip?
This is starting to sound a little too deep for me. You guys go right ahead, though.
Here's the thing. If we're even remotely close to what we're thinking is happening, you're involved because you shouldn't have been able to like figure out what was going on. Unless you're
Wait, technically I
already.
didn't. I just listened to you guys tell me what's happening.
You're
I was just
liar.
coming over to give you a what?
Emerald, you're a liar. It's
If-
okay.
Chris says that he knows you felt it. You felt it.
I
Yeah,
heard you.
it's okay to lie to us. Like that's totally fine, but you shouldn't lie to yourself. That's
Yeah,
like one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest affronts you could do. Be honest. Did you feel it? Did you feel something weird?
Don't we all feel things?
Being
Yes,
very
fine.
difficult right now. There it is.
A little bit. That's kind of what I do.
Weird. Well, like Kai said,
Because you don't have AC.
When Gray says that's kind of what I do, I'm gonna lean in, like just gonna lean in.
You try
that
to
one.
get deeper into.
That sounds like a good. What are you talking about?
Spin a point
Yeah.
willpower.
I do
Roll willpower. Your difficulty for this though is going to be a +1 because you're high. So
And then +1 because I'm reading deeper.
right. So your difficulty is 6.
Let's do it.
All right. You may roll your willpower if you would like, Gray.
I don't think it's gonna do any good, but I appreciate that.
I believe in you.
How do 10s work in this system?
It's 2 successes if you're specialized, or if it's a roll that a specialty wouldn't apply, like willpower.
Okay. So 5.
So roll willpower difficulty 6.
Oh, okay, cool. 3.
All right.
Inner thoughts are
Let's do
open to
the
the
math.
telepath. With every success on the activation roll, the telepath may ask a single question about the target's subsurface ruminations. These responses are one sentence in length and are as straightforward as possible. Inner thoughts include political leanings, favorite books or movies, or recent memories. So my first question is, when you say that, what was it that Gray said? That's kind of what I do.
Yeah, it'd be difficult. That's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
I thought it was in response to the did you feel that? And you said something up to the effect of like,
I accused Gray of being. I said that you're being difficult right now, and then he said that's kind of what I do.
Yeah. What does Gray mean by that's kind of what I do?
He's a grumpy old Gus that doesn't like to open up to anybody. So this is great for me right now. Thanks.
So what specifically might you be hiding?
You and Kai are gonna get along great.
Hiding, there's nothing I'm hiding. I just don't trust anybody or anything. I can trust people not to be trustable, but that's as far as that goes.
How many
These are not
successes
to get
did?
So
did
you
get?
have 2. So you got your 2 questions.
Okay. Just leave Gray alone, guys. Gray's.
Well, Gray, we won't force you, but if you do want to take a trip, or if there's anything you're interested in, and I'll just like slowly put forward the front seat. It's there, and I'll slowly, deliberately, annoyingly so, walk around to the driver's seat.
Oh my
just to
God!
give
Cindy,
that
shut up!
Just pouting
Shut
the whole
up.
way.
Pop the trunk. Shit.
Popping it.
Did you put her in the trunk?
Where else am I gonna put her? Fuck. Come on.
She's not gonna be happy.
Pop the trunk, and just
Your ferret hops into the trunk.
Yeah. Also, ferret. That's a if that sweetens the deal.
Gray loves ferrets. He's not gonna say that though.
It's kind of a smelly, mangy ferret. Looks a little undernourished.
Oh no.
I'm trying.
It says, "Did you
Don't-
feel that? Are you high?"
No, I'm low. Okay, we've been
Okay,
over
why?
this.
How is it you can manage to score you pills 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day?
Mhm.
You can't get me a fresh plate of milk and some cheese. What the hell
I've given
kind of a rain?
anything
Did
you
you
want.
hear? Did
I've
you feel
given
that
you
bomb that went off? By the
sunlight
way, we have a problem. I don't know if you noticed.
yeah, there's a problem, and how do we solve it?
Well, I would
To clarify,
suggest, first of all, you wait for this to wear off. And secondly, then you post haste and forthwith, you go in there and you investigate and you find out if whatever caused this thing has a plate of milk, because it has been more than 2 full moons since you have fed me. I will
I
have you know.
fed you real food. You just don't like what I give you. I'm talking to the
Real food. You're giving me kibble.
to clarify, can we all hear the
No,
ferret?
absolutely not.
It says
Fuck.
ferret on the bag. I pull it out of my bag. Ferret food. Ferret. You're supposed to eat.
I don't read you
Ferret.
stupid people tongue. We've been over this. I don't
Okay.
read. I don't do windows.
All right. Daniel.
What does that mean?
Daniel, we need to check this out, whatever the hell it is, because it might have milk.
It's bad. It's
And
bad.
And Cindy says it's awful.
You're gonna want
whatever the hell
to
it is.
boil the milk.
Is this
Boiled
Cindy's? Is this Cindy talking, Chris, or is this?
You don't get to call her Cindy. It is Hyacinthia Immaculata the Voracious. Okay?
I will never be able to remember that. You know that.
Hyacinthia Immaculata the Voracious. Say it with me. It rolls off the
How about
tongue.
Hyacinthia? Because can we?
I don't know why you
compromise?
treat your friends like this. I would never be so insistent that they call me that. That's ridiculous.
You picked the name.
Well,
Fine.
I cannot be held responsible for decisions I make when I'm hungry. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're sitting here having a conversation. There's milk over there. It's going bad right now as we speak.
The milk's going bad. We should probably go.
Well, Gray, you're welcome to join us, but we really do have to get going. It sounds very much like the milk is
The
going bad. You know how
ferret
that can be.
hops onto Gray and like crawls up Gray's shirt. Starts sniffing
Yeah,
Gray's nose.
don't flinch.
Clarification, I'm not loving this. I love it.
Don't flinch.
secretly.
Wait, you.
Don't flinch. They can smell fear.
Hey, yo, give me back my ferret.
He's all up in here. I didn't do this.
She. Her name's Cindy.
She. Sorry.
No, I think this guy's cool. You should bring him along.
Cindy wants you to come with us. She says you're cool. How cool is she? Or how cool is he? How cool are you?
He smells like he's got food. That's all I'm saying.
And apparently Cindy thinks you have food. Do you have food
Yeah, I got food.
on you?
I mean, in my pocket. Who doesn't have food on them in their pocket?
Apparently it's gonna be better than ferret food.
Take out a granola bar.
The ferret like turns up its nose and hops back in the trunk.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to offend.
I still haven't figured out what the hell she eats. It's random stuff. Like one time she ate a deck of playing cards. Other time she ate somebody's keys. A lucky sock.
No, just somebody's keys. Those were
Lucky
my keys. Let's get that very clear.
Oh, well. Gray, I don't know if you understand this about ferrets, but they tend to be very, very insistent. And I kind of have to do what she says. Otherwise, she'll start singing, and you don't want to hear her sing.
I kind of do, but I understand your point too, for some reason. Your car has AC, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Hey, listen, until you give me some food, you're gonna sober up, Junior.
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I need you to make a stamina roll, please.
No. This is why you did
Is
this
the
to me.
ferret sobering you?
What's the difficulty?
6.
Shh. It's a big fat 0.
All right, excellent. You're sober.
Ah, bitch. All right. Gray, my name is Christopher. I'm a student over at Nighthawk Prep. Cindy is my familiar. Well, she's like when I call her my familiar, because technically I'm like her person or something. I don't know. It's weird, but she knows a lot more about this than I do, and she thinks that she thinks you should come with us. Now, I'm generally inclined to believe her because she's like old and smarter than me.
Look, I I'm already down just because you have AC and because I'm fairly confident I could take you all on. So I'm in.
Oh, sure. Great. Yeah. I was just more clarifying for myself because,
Gotcha.
yeah, appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it.
I saw that look, you over there. What's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Daniel. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'll take you up on that one day soon.
Oh, was it an invitation? I was just...
Well, just sparring. I mean, nothing malicious.
Oh, even better. Being friendly, punchy. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm Kai. Also,
Okay.
go to school with them.
Okay.
Hey, can we get this moving along?
I see Chris is
We need to go.
feeling a little better, so I'm gonna toss the keys back to him.
Yep, it's fine. We'll swap seats with Kai. Start the car. Turn the AC on high.
Tap on the driver's side glass. Really. So I'm following you guys on my bike. Is church or are we going back to the school? My theory
is the milk at the school or the church?
School.
We're going to the school.
Right.
The church just feels like, I don't know, like somebody spilled some milk. It's not good anymore. It's no good at all.
It's only Thursday. Shit. All right. I drive us to Nighthawk Prep.
Are you going to the school as well, or are you going over to check out the church, Daniel?
Oh, as tempting as it would be to split the party this early, I'll follow behind on the motorcycle.
All right. As you all pull up to the school and head to the garage, you get to the inside, the entryway from the garage, and the door is locked. But it's not only locked, you can absolutely see that the panic room seals are on. John has put basically like crossbars that can be rolled out from behind each door. And you can see that those bars are clearly warded. They're kind of like inside of a metal cylinder, but when you turn the handle on them, these warded sticks come out. And it looks like they're warded against several different things, not the least of which is human intrusion.
Shit.
Okay, this is different.
I mean, I don't think I've ever actually seen it on lockdown.
Yeah, like I saw that like one video, but like I think I tried to skip in the middle of it because I didn't think it would actually matter.
Literally all of my shit is in there.
All our shit's in there.
Who's up for some good old fashioned larceny?
I think it could be fun. I'm in.
All right. How are you going to try to break in?
How bad is lockdown? Is this like, I don't know what to compare this to. I mean, I've seen school lockdowns.
You've never actually witnessed a lockdown. You've been informed that it's a security measure that was installed in the event that anything paranormal that was outside of John's ability to immediately handle the lockdown would be activated. And once it's up, nothing gets in, nothing gets out until John disarms it.
Maybe before we go trying to break down one of the damn wards, maybe we just call the professor.
I was thinking, do we get one of those like flip phones?
Yeah, it's 2002. I would assume if any of you have resources, you probably have a cell phone.
Okay, yeah, I'll call.
Like a Nokia brick.
Yep. Okay, I'll send a call.
All right. You're calling the professor?
Yes.
It goes to voicemail.
Hey, Professor, it's Kai. Just coming back from class, and apparently it's on lockdown. It's not that I didn't pay attention to what to do if you're caught outside the lockdown, but if you could call with some any answers would be great. All right, thank you. Bye. So I don't think they're answering.
Well, I mean, do you know anybody else? Do you have any other phone numbers you can call? Anybody you can call? I have some people I can call. I have their phone numbers. I just don't have a phone.
There you go.
Would I be able to make contact with somebody with the backgrounds in Allies 1 dot or Contacts 1 dot?
Sure. Did you have anybody in particular in mind that those would be?
A student, probably. I think the man. What did I say during character creation?
The bitey kid? Was the bitey kid going to be one of your
I would love to consider one of the Bitey Kid my 1 dot contact.
Okay. He answers the phone, Lucas. He says, hello?
What's up, Lucas? It's Daniel.
You hear in the background, Lucas, you shouldn't be on that phone right now. You're in shock. It's John.
Is that
Lucas says, I shouldn't be on the phone right now.
that's weird? I'm gonna ask questions about that later. I just wanted to check on you, see how everything is. Me and a couple of the other guys are outside the school. Is that the prof?
Who's that? Here. He gets in. Hello?
Professor?
Oh, goodness, you're home. Okay.
Kind of. We're outside.
All right, listen, I'm going to send Lucas up to let you in. You need to just proceed directly to your rooms and stay there for the remainder of the night, please.
Absolutely, Prof.
Thank
Can you
you.
tell me
He hangs up.
Motherfucker.
What
This
the hell
piece
just
of-
happened?
Lucas is with the professor. Something about him being in shock. And Lucas is coming to get us, so we can grill Lucas when he gets here. Gray, don't just hands in pockets. Lucas bites people.
He's not.
Isn't that incentive for me to keep my hands out of my pockets?
I mean, if he's gonna bite you, then you like your fingers.
He only bit the one kid.
I mean, everyone calls him the bitey kid, so I'm assuming. I would assume that has to happen more than once.
You bite one.
You
kid
hear a
once.
loud hiss, and the various wards on those bars start glowing white.
I stand way back.
Is that good or bad? Is that unlocking? I just
Then
don't think
they-
it's unlocking.
The glow fades, and the bars pull in as you hear it click into place.
That looks like it's unlocking. There we go.
The door swings open. You see Lucas standing there in all of his wayfish. He's about 6'1", weighs probably about 140 pounds. Long black hair, about chin length.
What's up, buddy?
Wearing a t-shirt and jeans. I'd like you all to roll perception and alertness, please. Difficulty 6.
One.
2.
4.
All right. So those of you who got one success, notice blood on Lucas's fingers. You notice blood on Lucas's fingers and lips with 2 successes. With 4 successes, you notice blood on Lucas's fingers, lips, and cheeks, and the patterns of it are consistent with somebody who may have been attempting like CPR on someone with a gushing head wound.
What's up, buddy?
Shit.
You're supposed to go upstairs. He turns and just sort of limply starts walking back down toward the basement.
He didn't. I'm gonna lean into the group and just be like, he didn't ask about Gray or anything like that. Maybe he is in shock. See the blood on his fingers?
Get in. Go inside.
All right.
As soon as you close the door behind you, it spins out by itself into the locked position. Oh, great. Now we're stuck in here.
Something really bad happened in here. I think Lucas tried to save somebody's life.
You start to hear rapid footsteps coming up from the basement.
We should hide Gray. We should probably. This is We didn't think this through.
No, it's
Do we have
fine.
Trash cans? I just hide behind trash
The
can.
professor rounds the corner, wiping his hands on a rag. He's just covered up to his elbows in blood.
What the shit?
So there's been an incident in the library. I need you all to go into your rooms. You're not supposed to have a guest here.
My fault.
It's okay.
These guys.
Look, something happened. We all, including our friend here, felt something happen when we were at class. Something dark, something
Out here?
bad blew through. It blew through where we were.
All the way out at the dojo.
Yeah, and there was some sign of damage at the church on some cross.
At the church.
Anyway, yeah, and Cindy,
Did you happen to pass the antique shop on your way?
like, to buy something, we came here.
No. All right.
Do you want us to go on an errand?
Look, Cindy said that Gray had milk, so we brought him. Gray, Professor Nighthawk, Gray. Gray's in
All
the
right.
karate class.
Here's what I would like you to do then. If that's happened, I definitely need you to run a couple of errands for me, yes. There's a copy of The Witch's Hammer in the library. I need you to go get it. Please, Daniel.
Of course.
Kai, if you could go to the wood shop or to the machine shop and get a mobile welding torch.
On it.
Excellent. And your name is Gray.
Mm-hmm.
And you are here with Rhett and his people, correct? The Foreign Snorer, is that the Foreigner?
Yeah. Keep it down, man.
I keep aware of what's going on in town.
What does that mean? I'll be the guy.
I'm already gone. Damn it.
They're a school of practitioners similar to us.
You don't. You're a good liar.
What? Oh, thank you.
Please, quickly, the book.
Absolutely.
turn-
Sorry. Just
He turns to you and says, Christopher, you're going to need to use your abilities defensively.
What happened? Is someone dead?
It appears as though Marcia either took her own life or fell to a grave misfortune in the closed off area of the basement of the library.
What happened outside? What do you think happened outside?
There are good reasons that students aren't meant to be poking around down there. Okay. And I think that when whatever happened and caused Marcia's misfortune, I think it may have broken a few wards I have up around town. So I'm going to send Daniel and you and the others out to repair them. However, you are going to need to keep your mind as open as possible for any potential signs of intrusion.
It gets so loud.
There's a reason I have cautioned you all against going down there, and now Marcia has paid the ultimate price for it.
To be fair, we've never touched her stuff.
Well, something has caused her quite a bit of problem. Lucas, I'm going to need to try to see if I can hypnotize and help with this memory. The poor soul went into shock and tried to save Marcia, but she was far too far gone. In any event, do you have that book?
I would have gone down to the library and after being dismissed.
As you get down into the library, you start to hear. You go down into the books and you're looking through the shelves, and you start to hear just the faintest of whispers.
Hi.
Seems to be coming from the open door to the basement, to the spooky room where no one is supposed to go.
Yeah.
You can see there's bloody handprints like on the open door of the spooky room. Like somebody had blood like just all over their shit as they came out of that room, touching everything on their way out.
I'm gonna grab the book, but definitely kind of linger for a second and just. The whispers are coming from the spooky room.
Are you gonna look in?
Oh, I gotta.
All right. As you look in, the whispers start getting a little bit louder and becoming a little bit more rapid, and there's a sharp sort of sound as you hear, "Free us." And you see Marcia sit up, but her head is missing from about here up. Just there's sort of a ragged edge where her head was. And you can see its contents sort of sprayed haphazardly throughout the remainder of the room as she reaches out towards you and then falls over.
Did the whisper stop when she falls?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Man, these things don't usually. Okay. All right. Well, speaking to the room, just free us isn't really a whole lot of instruction. I'll do what I can, but would really appreciate, maybe a little bit more clarification. Whispering, I'm a little bit hard of hearing. Just for future reference.
The corpse reaches over and scoops a handful of like blood and brain up and slams it onto the wall and like starts smashing it around. And as it does, you can see there's various runes showing up in the blood that you haven't seen before.
I don't recognize the runes. Do I recognize this as...
What's your casting ability?
My casting ability for is wits.
Excellent. And what's your skill that's tied to summoning, binding, and warding?
Summoning, binding, and warding was... Oh, man. Did I mark it? I did mark it. Kick-ass. Survival, looks like.
Well, what's survival for me? Difficulty 8.
Oh, Jesus. Difficulty 8. Oh, no. Oh. That is 3 successes.
You absolutely recognize a few of those runes as parts of the Key of Solomon. You're fairly certain that whatever is engraved in the walls of this room, it's meant to bind a demon.
Oh, oh, shit. I was reading about you. Oh, man, I wanted to...
Free us.
All of you, there's like 72 of you. Oh, fuck. All right. I gotta go deliver something. I'll be back. You free at 6? And I'll run up the stairs.
All right. You have returned by now with the torch. You've all regathered. The professor says, I need you down there and clean up the body, figure out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to tell the authorities and the parents. I need you to go take that. He flips open the book and almost like he's grabbing like chunks of meat or something, sticks his fingers into the pages and like flips to like 3 different areas, marking each one of them, just like earmarking the page, and then hands it back to you and says, those 3 rituals that I've marked, you need to perform on the cross. You need to perform at the antique shop. There's a sign outside the antique shop. You'll see a visible crack. You'll need to perform it there. And on the gates of the cemetery on the south side of town.
Cemetery?
Yes. You perform those 3 marked rituals in those 3 locations before the sun rises.
Sure.
Any particular order? Or?
No particular order. Is there a problem with that?
No, not at all.
Sure.
We're on it.
Do you? I don't suppose you have anything I could get to quiet Cynthia. She can't think straight when she's hungry.
He reaches into his pocket. I just happen to have some kibble. He holds his hand out and she starts just chowing down. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God. Oh, it's been forever. That's so much better.
I'll kind of calm her and just hold her while she processes all that.
Says, well, you're still standing here and so am I, and that's a problem for both of us. So he turns and starts walking off into the basement.
Guess we should go.
We ready for some antiquing?
Well, welcome to Nighthawk Prep, Gray.
Would you like to start at the cemetery, at the antique shop, or at the church?
I would, if everyone is down, we could start at the church first. I'm interested.
All right, yeah.
Chris, do you mind if I ride with you this time?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sick. Daniel is noticeably like kind of giddy whenever the professor opens the doors and they're out of his sight.
You're giddy?
Yeah. Yeah, so it happened in the spooky room.
Yeah, that's what the professor said.
Yeah. And it fucking spoke to me, so that's cool.
What?
Yeah, I saw her face. Well, what was left of it. She sat up and told me to free us. And then I inquired as to who and, asked for more instruction. And then they started to inscribe runes in blood because, always.
And you decided to not share this with the professor. Why?
Because it's part of the Key of Solomon. I'm not sure, the 72, the big boys.
I didn't pay attention to that class.
The Lesser Key of Solomon. It's a big group of demons.
Right.
Like capital D?
I mean, capital lower. Yes. To simplify, yes.
To be clear, we are going to the car.
Yeah. We're not just like hang around.
I'm assuming we're having this conversation as we get to the car.
Yeah, you get in the car.
Yeah, no, it's I've been digging into it a little bit, trying to figure out.
Casually reading the Key of Solomon.
I mean, I want to. People are easy. It's gotten to the point where it's a little bit boring. So you got to branch out.
Demons, man, demons.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. You gotta push, man.
You can't even vote. I start driving to the church.
All right, you're driving to the church. That's where we'll take 5 for our biological and technological needs. If you're watching live, blink and we'll be right back. You get to the church was where you're going first?
Yeah.
And you arrive without incident. What are you doing when you get there?
I'm still rattling off what I know.
At this point, it's about 9:15 at night.
At some point, I want to ask Gray, what do you do?
You want to ask me that right now before we start doing all these rituals?
Yeah, I feel like we should know what you do in case one of these demons shows up.
I'll punch it.
It's good enough for me.
No, thank you.
Seriously, you're a demon puncher?
In my world, yes.
Your world?
Do we want to perform something here, or
I mean,
just talk about my feelings? And
Are you parking the car and getting out?
I would love to get out. Yes.
Are you
Even if
kidding?
we're not parked.
Just roll,
If we're close enough
just
to the
combat roll out of the car.
destination.
Is Greg getting like kind of defensive and upset by all these questions about
Very,
himself?
very much so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nom nom.
Are you
I'm not
going to try?
to.
All right. I need you to roll perception and alertness when you get out of the car.
I don't know how to keep my mind open. Well, no, I do. So I
All
guess-
of us roll.
it's a perception alertness.
The difficulty on that one.
You're muted, boss.
You're
6. Sorry.
6.
Ooh.
One success.
1.
One success.
4.
Oh, dang.
All right. And Christopher?
1.
Excellent. Is anyone activating any powers or abilities as soon as you get out of the car?
I don't think I have to like activate my stuff. I don't know if
And
there's
do you have anything that specifically lets you sense minds in the area? Or do you have to focus it on one person? Okay.
telepathy itself is just really about
Focusing on an individual, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gray, you're the only one that sees as you're all sort of falling out, there's a guy standing in the shadow that's caused by the cross from the moon,
Mhm.
just kind of looking up at it across the street. He is wearing very worn, torn up clothes, looks like probably unhoused individual. He's just staring up at the cross with a big old grin on his face.
Okay. I would like to cautiously approach and let the other team know, like, SEAL Team 6, like, there's a person there.
All right. What are the rest of you doing as Gray starts walking over to this homeless person?
If I got the SEAL Team 6 thing, I'm also gonna start approaching.
All right.
not going near some
Well,
random
what
person.
about Daniel and Christopher?
I'm gonna follow, but a little bit, couple steps behind.
Christopher?
I'm gonna stay by the car
All right.
This is
and
how it
kind of
happens.
watch them go forward. I'm gonna watch the person.
All right. Go ahead and give me a. Are you scanning the person or are you just watching the person?
Yeah, I can't not really.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me willpower roll. Are you just going for surface thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are they so happy? That's really
Go for it.
the difficulty is
4.
4. 8. One don't cancel anymore, right?
Correct. It only matters if you just
Right.
roll any successes.
Yeah, 8.
So you get in. You see a canyon. A canyon of blasted earth.
Oh fuck.
Everything is dead and destroyed. There's ash and silt everywhere. And you hear a flapping in the breeze. At first, you mistake it for being like flags or some other type of cloth, when in fact it is the flayed flesh of various people flapping in the breeze upon flagpoles made of bone. You see blood about ankle deep. And you see this poor fellow just standing in the center of it all, just weeping, just openly weeping like a hungry, angry baby. It's like, whatever I did, I'm so sorry. You walk up to this fellow. What would you like to say, Gray? He doesn't look at you even as you approach.
I'm just gonna bypass this and go towards the doors then, while keeping an eye on him. Like, kind of walk backwards towards the church door.
So you walk up to him and then back away. As you start backing away, he says, "Where are you going?"
This direction.
It's a lovely night.
I'm like,
what you staring at, buddy?
Just trying to figure out how to get the rest of that cross down.
Oh, okay. Well, I would imagine climbing would have to be the number one step, getting up there.
Or you could get like some kind of heavy duty vehicle.
hey, oh, why don't we leave the nice guy alone and go to take care of our church stuff?
Well, if you guys want to go ahead and get started,
no, you should really come with us, Daniel.
How about this? He opens his mouth and you see like black and purple streaks of lightning shoot forth from his face to hit the cross.
Well, that's one way to do it.
It snaps and starts to fall.
We'll take this time to scream.
It hits the ground and shatters, and he looks over at you, his eyes completely black. That's better.
Absolutely wild. You are something else. How'd you do that?
The fuck are you doing?
I'm learning.
Asshole! I'm running into the church.
Okay.
Hand the book off to Kai, just like, if you want to take that to him, or somebody wants to take that to him.
All right, yeah.
Your friend okay?
I'm gonna go in.
Skittish.
He's going to try to fix that, huh?
I mean, I don't think he can at this point. My question stands. How'd you do that? That's interesting.
No, I summoned the powers of hell. Like this.
Neat.
He's going to go ahead and take a shot at you.
Shit.
How would you like to avoid this?
I would love to just leap out of the way.
You need Dex Athletics roll. It's 3 10s and a 9.
I rolled one die and I got an 8. I don't know if that means anything.
That means you do reduce the successes by 1.
God bless.
So you take 3 levels of lethal damage.
Oh, shit.
As he says, "Damnation awaits you and all you love." And lightning shoots out of his face, knocks you onto your ass, and you slide like across the entire street, hitting your head on the up the curb on the other side of the road.
Do I see this?
Yes, let's have an initiative roll, please.
Yeah,
1d10 and add it to your wits plus dex.
I don't wanna.
So roll 1d10, add it to the wits plus dex.
Yep, the sum of your wits plus dex.
Neat.
10, 12.
11.
3.
11.
Uncomfortable with our punchy person having a 3.
All right, first initiative goes surprisingly to the demon. He's going to turn to those of you that are beaten feet towards the door. He's going to pick on Chris first, I think.
Well, you.
I need you to make a willpower roll, difficulty 7.
5.
5 successes?
Yes, sir.
You're absolutely fine. It runs you through like a very quick speed tour of hell, which is pretty much like a review of what you've already witnessed. And you're able to pretty well shunt that off into defenses left and right.
Get out of my head! Continues running into the church.
That will bring us, you cross the threshold into the church. That will bring us around to Chris. You're inside. What would you like to do?
I don't know how to cast magic, but I want to make sure that I'm anywhere. I'm assuming I look at the church and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking the ritual probably has to be performed somewhere over there in that general like altar area. So I'm going to go that way and yell for people to God, I can't. Okay. So
you're running toward the altar.
Well, no, I can't because like if I break contact, like I break line of sight with that thing. And then it occurs to me that my friends are still outside and that thing is still out there and they haven't got in yet. And Daniel's an idiot. So I'm going to, how far away did he go?
Who?
Daniel. He got thrown across the street, you said?
Yeah, he's like closer to the church.
Okay.
Dude was across the street. Daniel like walked up like back to the church, basically. And he blasted dude toward the church.
I will wheel on my heels and I will turn to Daniel and I will yell, get inside while doing my best, like reach out and touch someone impression. And I'm going to grab him by the collar and bring him inside, but I'm going to do it with psychokinesis.
Psychokinesis. Okay. What does that make your strength?
So it is.
So you got to spend the point of will and roll. You are spending will every time you use
Yes,
this power.
I am. Yeah. Yes. Luckily, I got a bunch of it. It's the one stat I got.
And what's your psychokinesis at?
Psychokinesis 3.
All right. So go ahead and spend a will, roll will difficulty 6.
Get in here. I'm rolling 7.
All right. You yoink him up. Like, are you like just dragging him across the ground or are you like lifting him up and pulling him in?
I don't want to like skid him across the turf. So I'm going to lift him up and yank him.
So you all see dude like levitate off the ground and fly into the church.
And I'll bring him to me basically. I'll like catch him and fall because I'm not very strong.
Excellent. Yeah. The two of you go ass over tea kettle into the church.
Victory's mine. Okay.
That will bring us to both Daniel and Kai, who are tied at 11. What would you like to do?
Kai, go ahead.
I saw Chris do that, right?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go in the church with the book. And how far is he at this point from the church, from like inside the door? Is he like 10 feet, 15 feet farther?
The demon?
Yeah.
He's across the street from the church.
So that's more than 15 feet. Because I want to see if he's in range for me to start draining his ass, because I still want to drain him.
You have to get much closer to him. So what's your range?
If I do invigorate, that is 15 yards.
Oh. Yeah, you can probably get him.
All right, so I want to make sure I'm inside with the book, and then I want to toss the book back to make sure he doesn't like get me. And then I just want to invigorate him. Drain his like psychic essence as I just hurl insults at him.
And just so that I'm clear on that, that is psychic vampirism 4, is that right?
Invigorate is psychic vampirism 2.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make your spend a point of will and make a willpower roll difficulty 5.
Right? And that would be. Eight.
Cool. Okay. So you get 4 willpower back,
Okay.
and he loses 4 willpower and lets out like a screech. That hurt him, and he's pissed. All right. That brings us to Daniel. What would you like to do, Daniel?
Get the book. I got the fucking book. Shit. I'll. Fuck. Oh man. I'll start. I'll flip through the dog-eared pages, and get to the rituals that the professor wanted me to cast.
All right. You start running over to the first ritual. You run over to the altar to start working on that ritual. As you do, you can see that the priest has apparently been opened from his belly button to his forehead. Just that whole thing has been like rolled open, like you would imagine a sardine can, basically, and it's just emptied right there behind the altar.
Gross.
All right. So the ritual that you were trying to cast out of a book that you don't know, so that's going to affect your difficulty. Give me just a half a second here. All right, so what I need you to do, spend a point of willpower. Are you going to try to fast cast this, or are you going to try to... Oh, it's a ritual, so you can't actually fast cast it. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so...
As shitty as this sound, I know we can't fast cast it. As shitty as this sounds, would it be possible to cut corners? Is that, I don't know if that makes any difference or mechanical sense.
I mean, that's basically what you'd be doing if you're fast casting.
Gotcha.
But doing it with a ritual is not doable. So what you need to do is spend a willpower and give me a roll for your summoning, binding, warding path.
Copy. So combining dots for my casting attribute, and then the dots in the path itself.
That is correct. Is anyone going to try to help you?
So you, buddy.
All right.
I can't. I already took my action. So.
All right.
What's the difficulty?
Your difficulty on this roll is going to be 8.
Oh, shit. No successes then. And I did roll a 1. I think that's a botch, yeah?
That is a botch. Absolutely.
Shit.
All right. You sit down and
Yeah,
you start setting down candles, and you're shaking, and you're doing your best. But you're just nervous and you feel conflicted.
I could bind it if I wanted to.
I'll get back to you. Gray, you're still out in the street with this thing.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I kind of want to smoke bomb and then go right into the church.
All right.
John Cena.
You drop that smoke bomb. As we discussed, you would have that ready to go. So go ahead and just roll your, make your spellcasting roll for it now, because you've effectively had that ritual hung.
Okay.
So that would be your the
dexterity.
ability and the attribute that you have set up for your casting. Is dexterity and what else? It was
Medicine, I believe.
medicine because it was illusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your difficulty on
That's
that is
way more
going to
dice than I
be-
originally.
Your difficulty on that's going to be 5.
Oh gosh, yes. 2, 4, 6.
That
7.
smoke bomb is hellfire, isn't it?
Yep. Oh no, you're using your, your
illusion.
stink bomb or your smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb.
That is hellfire. So I apologize. It
Oh.
would be martial arts, not. So is your martial
No
arts
worries, no
higher than
worries.
your medicine?
Yeah. No, it's not. Sorry.
They're the same though.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, it doesn't matter. What'd you get?
6 successes.
Awesome. Yeah, you drop a 6 success smoke bomb in his face, and then run into the church.
Is it
Excellent.
done yet? Is the ritual done yet?
Oh,
Daniel needs
absolutely
help.
not.
That brings us to the top. It's the demon's action. You hear laughter emanate from outside.
Can we shut the door after Gray's in? Is that an option?
Yeah, you start to pull the door shut. The demon has regained all of its willpower thanks to the botch on the ritual.
Fuck.
And is going to blast the doors.
No.
It lets out this horrific scream. As it screams, all the stained glass in the church windows shatters, and the iron of the doors start to actually like rend. And it's going to spend 18 essence on that blast.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a big number.
I'm 18 anything.
It is much larger than a baker's dozen.
That's like almost all my fingers and toes.
Character creation is going to be a lot easier now that I get the gist of the game.
You and everything in the church take 3 levels of aggravated damage.
All of us?
Yes.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
As it lets out this horrific scream, and you start to feel like on a spiritual level, it is offending your sensibility and existence. And that will bring us to Chris. What you got?
I'm screaming in pain.
I
I've
bet.
never felt pain like this before in my life. I'm assuming all my friends are screaming too.
I'm mechanically, I'm crippled.
I will. So Gray and I are still at the door, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of painfully look over at Gray and kind of glance over at Daniel at the altar and say, you all have to fix this. And then I run outside.
All right.
And I am going to attempt to get its attention.
How so?
Well, it's across the street, right?
It is across the street.
Is it in front of or behind anything?
It's like slowly walking toward the church doors. And it's whistling a little tune while it does. Please allow me to introduce myself.
I would like to attempt to halt its forward momentum.
How so?
I mean, if I had enough time, I'd hit it with the car, but I don't have that time. So I'm thinking, like, with my action, I could probably get to the car and like get in it, but I wouldn't be able to like also drive and hit it, right?
Right. That would have to wait till next turn.
Right. And then by then it would probably just eat me. So I am going to run to the car while I scream and air punch at it.
All right. So you have that. Was your traits are at 3 right now?
My what's?
Your traits for your telekinesis?
Yes.
All right.
So I can use...
Because that
what do you
TK
call
is
it?
up to the scene, right? Once it's up? Or is that just per turn?
What are you talking about? The one? No, you
Yeah.
have to activate it every time if you want to
Okay.
use
All right. Then yeah.
the attack, the concentrated use of phenomena, blah, blah, blah. And it can't be used for me anything else. But I get to hit it. So I'm going to take everything I've learned in my self-defense class, and I'm going to punch this thing as hard as I can,
All right.
using my mental strength and my martial arts.
All right. Go ahead and roll. It's going to just try to take it.
Difficulty 6, right?
Yep.
Eight.
All right. You crack it in its chest, and it like lets out a whimper. It says, "Wow, that's a pretty good hit you got there." That will bring us over to Kai. What you got?
Just seeing Chris run outside, I am also going to run outside, but I'm just going to go a different direction because I figure if the ritual works, it goes away. So I want to use Distant Drain.
Okay.
So that's the level 5 one.
All right. So that just requires you to spend 1 point of willpower, make a willpower roll at difficulty 8.
All right.
Just to be clear, like, we can't do rituals, right? Like myself and Kai.
Yeah, that's for
You can help.
I didn't know like it was even a thing that I could do, but
Yeah, I
fine.
thought I would just be
Yeah.
like, put that candle there. Yep, that looks
You
good.
can help. It's not a great deal of help if you're not actually a spellcaster, but you can help.
All right, screw it. Yeah, we're going to do some Distant Drain. So let's do that, and then difficulty 8. That's a high. And I'm choosing to do what do you call it? Leash Vitality. You have to pick one of the previous things.
Okay. And so Leech Vitality will have what effect on them?
Leash Vitality. Psychic must touch, or this does hit them. Drain the victim of a health level of damage healed up to activation success. Bashing first, then lethal, then aggregated downgrades to lethal. Every excess success that doesn't result in healing restores 2 willpower. Every success used deals 1 lethal damage to the victim.
Okay.
And I have to keep the like contact, or I guess being level 5, like the mental contact going, or else it like reverts.
Right. Oh, I see. And it's got to be 1 turn per health level.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So go ahead and
8.
drop 8 successes.
Oh no, that's the difficulty.
Right. Yeah. Difficulty 8.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Okay. That'll hit. And you got him for 10 miles.
Oh shit.
All right. So how much are you trying to heal? Are you going to try to downgrade because you can downgrade your aggravate to lethal, and that would be 3.
Right.
Then heal that lethal would be 3 more. So that'd be 6 rounds. You'd have to stay focused on this.
I'm not going to survive 6 rounds. Either he's going to die or I'm going to die.
You have a 10-mile range on this now.
True. You know what? Let's go for it. 6 rounds. And I'm just gonna run. And hope that he gets around.
All right, so you just take off bolting.
Yeah, in the opposite direction of Chris. So like he has to pick one of us.
Right. And he's not really necessarily aware of what you're doing. So that will help inform his decision. So that brings us to Gray. Now, Gray, you're still up in the front there. So what would you like to do?
I was gonna slump over to Daniel and take the book out of his hand and give me that. Try and perform the ritual.
All right, do you have any dots in summoning, binding, and warding?
Oh gosh, those are words.
The path.
I
It's a
got
path. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I got skipped, but I would, if possible, I would love to just.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Provide all the help possible to Gray with this.
Gray, after spending the turn looking at it, you realize you don't know any magic that's helped. Like you could maybe do what you were instructed by him to do, but you wouldn't be able to actually
I've got the book.
lead
I've said
the
that and
ritual.
everything. Oh, yeah.
Now, having said that, what happens when you're being aided by somebody who doesn't have the path, they can still spend willpower points on the die roll. So where having multiple hands means you can get like multiple automatic successes from those people.
Gotcha.
All right. So that then will bring us around to the top, unless you had something else you wanted to do, either of you, besides just sort that out.
Just do the ritual.
You just gonna start the
That's all
ritual?
I got. Yeah.
All right, your difficulty now is going to be 9 because you botched already once. But you may spend willpower for automatic successes. As long as you get a material success, that counts. Each one of you can spend up to 1 willpower on it.
Up to 1, you said?
Yep.
Copy. I'll spend a willpower.
Yeah, I will too. Why not?
And then you also have to spend 1 just for doing the ritual, Daniel.
Copy that. Too easy.
Oh.
Smell that? It's willpower burning.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
We got 2 more of these.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Well, I mean, it's 1 success plus the willpower we spent.
That
So that's
becomes 3 successes. Excellent. So you'll have effectively 1 more opportunity. No, you'll have 2 more opportunities to get 1 success. Effectively. But you can build up beyond that too. So whilst that's action is going on, we go back to our demon friend who just got like key punched in his shit, like like right in the sternum. He's unhappy with you.
I know.
And since he's unhappy with you, he's going to express that unhappiness by inflicting a bad luck curse on you.
But why though?
All right, I need you to roll willpower, please.
It's my favorite roll to make. I'm okay with that. What's the difficulty?
6.
3.
All right, you are now at a +3 difficulty to your next die roll.
Fuck. Okay.
All right, and
Plus-
that brings us to
Plus
Chris.
3 difficulty means to the thing, right? To the target number.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna scream. Hurry! Did I make it to the car?
You did make it to the car
Okay.
because you were hitting him as you were running by. So,
Yes. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna follow through with my plan.
All right, you're gonna try to hit him.
I'm gonna hit him with the car.
Roll dex and drive. Your difficulty is
plus 3.
9.
Fuck. Spend a willpower. My drive is not that high. Okay. Difficulty 9.
Yep.
really don't want to put that target number 9 in his box. Wait, 1 + 1, that's 2. That's 2. That's 2.
All right.
What is wrong with this card? So do I hit him like the ass end? Like how does that?
No, you start driving toward him, and like what's the actuated bar that runs between the wheel and the axle? You know what I'm talking about? The thing
Sure.
that makes the wheel stay on, snaps. So like as you're driving towards him, just one of your wheels takes off on a separate vacation. Car hits the side, sparks start flying out, and you slam into him. Now he does not move like a dummy. He does not get out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and assume you got to speed to deal a total of 4 health levels of damage to him.
Okay.
So he is. Hello.
I'm honking the whole time.
All right. That brings us.
Is he still standing there?
He is, yeah.
Fuck me.
That brings us to Daniel.
Second verse, same as the first.
Gray, are you going to spend willpower this turn for
I feel
additional
like I
successes?
should.
We gotta do 2 more of
I'll
these.
spend one. Yeah.
How are we gonna do 2 more of these before fucking sunup, man?
I don't think we're gonna fucking be able to.
We're gonna die.
Same difficulty.
Yes.
Oh, I get it. We're supposed to fail. That's what's gonna happen. I understand now. I've resigned myself to my fate. Fuck.
Rolled 2 10s.
Excellent. Do you have either of those traits at a 4 that you're rolling?
Nope.
All right. So the 10s are just 10s.
Sick. So that's 2 successes. We both spent a willpower to.
So that's
I
4.
spent a willpower to start the ritual and a kick ass. 4
All right.
successes.
Excellent. You're continuing the ritual. I would assume that's what both of you are doing. So that then brings us to Kai.
Suck.
Hearing the honking of the horn, I would have turned around and tried to distract our new friend.
How would you like to distract your new friend?
I don't throw a rock at him. Like he just got hit by a car.
Excellent. Roll Dex and Athletics. This is my favorite part. Roll Dex and Athletics.
Athletics.
I'm gonna fight the Demogorgon with a slingshot.
He got hit by a car. I got nothing left. Let's see what we got here.
It's a wrist rocket.
What's the difficulty on that?
5.
That's 3 successes. That was a hard rock.
You hit him in the head.
Hey, yeah.
He let's see. He is just going to try to take it.
I mean,
Yeah, you dunk.
yeah.
He just looks over at you and waves his hand, and the wreckage of the car turns into snakes.
That
Oh,
cost-
geez. While I'm in it,
Yes.
man,
I need you to
Between
roll
yelling-
stamina, please.
I don't want to roll.
I think like he should buy you a new car at this point. Like that's not nice.
Difficulty
Yeah,
is
6.
2.
All right, you take 3 lethal as you're bit by a snake.
Fuck.
Are you still up?
Yes, barely.
Excellent.
I know what my next action is.
That brings us to Chris.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and grab. I'm gonna grab Cindy and we're gonna pop into the church.
Okay. So you're just gonna take off running?
No, I'm going to. I'm not running it. I'm going to psychoportation into the church where I previously was, back that way,
All right.
through
Don't
the
forget,
open door.
what's your wound penalty?
5.
Don't forget your -5 dice on that roll. Go for it.
I
Knock yourself out.
understand.
What's your target number?
5.
All right.
4 successes.
All right, you inside the church.
Yeah, 20 plus 3 times intelligence charge. I'm pretty sure I got.
Yeah,
That's fine.
absolutely.
All right.
15 yards to get you
I would
inside.
like to make it. I would like to get to the altar. Can I do that?
Yeah.
All right.
You land like right in front of that priest who's opened up. So like knees in entrails. They're like chanting right behind where you're at, basically.
Yeah, holding Cynthia, I am going to crawl over to them.
Excellent. That brings us to Daniel. Daniel, what's your current wound penalty?
I'm at -5 for crippled.
Okay, so you can make it one more roll on that ritual, -5 dice.
I'm not rolling dice then.
You can spend a willpower to ignore, or you can let the ritual fail.
I gotta spend a willpower to ignore.
All right, excellent.
All right, and then I gotta spend a willpower to do the ritual. Yeah.
Yes.
That
Can I contribute this time?
Yeah, you want to spend a willpower to ignore your wound penalties?
Sure.
All right. And then you can spend a willpower to add as well.
All right. Now we're running low.
How about Gray? Are you gonna contribute? Do you want to spend willpower to contribute?
No, I don't this time. Thank you.
All right, excellent. All right, let's see that roll, Daniel.
Finish the goddamn ritual.
Diff 9. Is it a 6 or a 9? Okay. Okay. Go 1-9. Go 1-9.
Excellent. You're fairly certain the ritual will successfully complete as long as you can keep it going long enough for this to happen. So I need you all to make a stamina roll. If you cannot make that stamina roll, you'll need to spend a willpower to ignore your wound penalties and make that stamina roll.
Okay.
I can't make a stamina roll. I also can't spend a willpower to.
All right, excellent. Cool. Then don't worry about the rest of you. All right, so Gray, what would you like to do?
Oh, now I can't do it anymore?
No, I'm sorry. Did I say Gray? I meant Kai. What would you like to do?
Well, as far as Kai knows, the ritual is going great.
Right.
So he's gonna stay out there and try to keep the attention on him for long enough for the ritual to complete.
All right. You're still draining him, right?
Yeah.
The demon walks up and gets like nose to nose with you and then just chuckles. Says, I bet you I'll see you again. And he opens his mouth and you see like black fire shoot up out of his mouth and into the sky. And the homeless dude that he was wearing falls to, just crumples in a pile at your feet.
Hello?
You hear screaming from inside as Daniel passes out.
Fuck, I'm gonna run in.
Daniel is passed out. Christopher and Gray are beat to shit.
Christopher is do we all feel the ritual fail too?
Oh yeah, I mean those of you who are working on it, absolutely.
I'm next to this dead ass priest, still on the ground, hugging my ferret and probably openly sobbing and like praying for death at this point. Like I'm afraid I'm going to die.
You start to hear sirens.
Did it work? Like, are we done? Because we gotta beat it.
It's over. It's done. It's
okay. That's
done.
good.
No, it's over. It's
EMS comes running in, starts loading you up on stretchers. What the hell happened here?
Thursday night.
We were attacked by someone.
Oh my God. Get the coroner and get crime CSI down here stat. We got pieces of priest all over the place. You're all taken. I'm sorry?
No, it's nothing.
You're all taken to the hospital where you're treated for your wounds. You're questioned by the police. What's your story?
Okay, so here's a question. Per school policy, what is the procedure when dealing with the authorities?
The authorities don't know. So you shut the fuck up and you get an attorney. That's your
I tell them that if they have questions, they can ask my parents when they get here because I'm a minor. So fuck you. And I'm gonna hold on to my ferret and cry into my child.
The rest of you any different, or is that the resounding chorus from our
Were we all together
teams?
when we were questioned?
I'm sure they put you in different rooms.
I probably would have been like when we go to that fighting teaching thing over there. We saw a crack in the church. We came over and then we were attacked by somebody. Probably the same asshole who did that to the priest.
All right, excellent. And that has the benefit of being basically true. How about you, Gray?
Just sit and stare in silence.
Excellent. And Daniel?
Eat my ass. I want a lawyer.
And a lawyer you do receive. Amazingly, you all managed to get clear with probation that will last until your 21st birthday for participation in mischief and mayhem. But the priest's murderer, the homeless person, is convicted, though they have no recollection of committing the murder. Your teacher, John, is able to perform enough rituals to trap the remaining demons, but one escaped. How that has affected your relationship with John and how the events of that night have affected your relationship, I'll give you some time to think about. As our story is going to prepare to move forward 2 decades. In that time, you will have acquired 5 experience points per year. So let's break out that math real quick. How much XP does that give you all?
It's 100. 20 years?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 100. It's 100 XP.
So you have 100 XP to spend on your characters.
Fuck John.
What would you do over the next 2 decades? First of all, any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about the prelude to the story?
Oh,
Fuck
it.
Daniel.
Damn it, dude.
I blame Daniel for all of this.
So how has this affected Daniel? How is this situation? How is this childhood mistake?
I think that he's swung so far in that direction that he's a little bit I think the hubris is still there, but I think that he's going to dump XP into getting to 5 dots and summoning warding and
right. He's learned to back his shit up.
Yeah, he got knocked down a peg because he thought that he could deal with that type of thing, and then very quickly learned he couldn't. And he very nearly got everyone killed. So I think he started small and then just worked his way up and like flexed his muscles. Basically, at this point, he's probably yearly summoning, barons of hell just to see that he can and make sure that he's still got on top of his shit. There's still the hubris there, but he's heavily researched into the infernal.
Excellent. My favorite thing to hear. How about Chris? How would this have affected Chris?
Oh man.
I am also, by the way, willing to let you accept new flaws as part of this too. And I'm open to, if you want to take some cursed, if you want to take some echoes, like you all just pissed off a demon. So,
well, I did curse my ass. So a few things. I think he is going to tell his parents that he's never going back to that school again.
okay.
And as far as the group is concerned, he's not going to like cut ties with anybody, but he makes it a point to not remind Daniel what he did, like, but he makes sure that Daniel feels what he did whenever they encounter each other. Like, upon seeing Christopher, he makes sure that like all the kind of boiling resentment that Christopher still feels like on the inside is immediately projected like into the deepest recesses of Daniel's brain.
Okay.
Kai, he still clings to as a kind of painful codependent, and I think with Gray, it would kind of be up to Gray. Like Gray did what Gray was supposed to do. Like Gray, stand-up guy, went in, tried to do the thing. We all were spent. We all ran out of juice. We all kind of failed together. And I think that knowing that of the two magicians, the two practitioners that were available, that Gray was the one that Christopher in the direst of moments like was able to turn to, is probably he would like defer to Gray from that point forward, as like if Gray was going to continue to practice magic, that's the channel that Christopher would like try to operate through. Right. He also is going to make it because he knows that homeless person, that homeless person dead, or are they just like in jail?
They're just in prison now.
So probably into his, I guess his 30s, is when he would be able to get the resources to be able to like visit with him and like connect with him and try to help him recover from what happened. Because I'm imagining he's probably pretty traumatized and brain fucked.
Sure.
But I think Christopher is going to dig deep and commit to his martyr nature and his questing essence. And he is going to use that. He's going to use that homeless person, the person that got captured by that demon, to learn everything about them and like the stains that he left and the memories that he has of being in that thing's brain. So if they ever encounter each other again, he will dismantle it at an atomic level. After descending upon it with like crow levels of pain.
Okay.
And projection. So yeah, he's going to get very, very vengeful as far as the demon is concerned. He's going to get kind of spiteful and resentful as far as Daniel's concerned, but he's still going to look out for him because he can't help it. He'll learn what he can from Gray and kind of use Gray as a grounding stick for anything magical. And he's going to try to keep Kai close so that Kai doesn't blow anybody's heads up or, kill anybody.
Good. In that quest, you learn that the demon's name was Megara the Spiteful. Megara is embodiment of hatred and envy.
Fuck.
She's just a pure rage demon. She likes to hex people to make them carve their own name into their flesh. Things like that.
Yeah.
And the homeless fellow's name is Robert Jackson. He was already suffered from several mental illnesses before this occurred. You're able to see him probably about half the times you try to. The other times he is not taking visitors due to mental health. How about Kai? What's Kai doing for the next 2 decades?
Kai will be dealing with a lot of like self-loathing because like he, as a psychic vampire, like he went through the phase of like I'm draining everybody, and now seeing like what he could have become, kind of like fills him with rage. And then knowing that like it escaped and is hunting all of his like friends who like he decided is his family. So one, he's going to get super protective of like the 3 people who was there with that night. Like everyone else can go die. These are my people, and just don't fuck with them. Which is good that like Chris will be there because like Chris will be his conscious. He's also going to spend the next 2 decades like learning everything he can about psychics and magic. To once like Chris, like if I ever come in contact with him again, with Megara, I'm going to just crush. I don't know how that would work, but like I want to be able to crush this thing with every ounce of like magic there is.
Yeah, I'm thinking we kill demons on the regular. Like,
Well-
that's probably like a thing.
And Kai, over the next 2 decades, you will periodically feel Megara's presence.
Right. Like Megara like was not
Like,
shy, but like
anytime they're close enough to
Yeah.
your range, you can smell them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to be like, becoming super protective, like always keeping tabs on like Gray, like Chris and me are always going to be there. Like Daniel's going to try to run away probably, but like if need be, I'll like do that same thing to you too. Like I will know where you are.
I was going to say, are any of you staying in Lodi, or are you all leaving?
Wherever Chris is, I am.
I
I would
think,
stay in.
yeah, I don't think I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
I'd say.
I don't think I leave. I think that John, his professor John,
Yeah.
his name becomes John. Fuck everything else. John is, come hook or crook, is going to either tell us what we need to know, or I'm raiding that goddamn school.
Oh, what are you trying to get out of John?
Everything he knows about, like, why, first off, like how did he bind them? How did he get them in there in the first place? What do they want? Like,
He says, well,
Yeah.
I didn't bind them alone. I had help. Prior to the school being a school, this was a chapter house of the Arcanum. The Arcanum is a organization of scholars dedicated to understanding the shadow world, the occult. A group of arcanists, myself included, mistakenly summoned some demons. About half of us got possessed. I was the only one that survived. The demons were bound into the walls, and still remain, most of them, bound into the walls of the spooky room. That's why people aren't supposed to go there.
yeah, I think when Christopher's old enough and feels capable enough, he will probably make it a point to tell John to leave Lodi with the children, because they have no business sharing a building with a demon prison. And that will make it our job to keep it full and safe. And we're going to use it to put Magira in a box for eternity unless we can destroy it.
Well, he just tells you to be careful because he says the reason that he had the school there in the first place is because he felt that the use of energy and the life force and the happiness and the exuberance would help keep the demons at bay. So he does recommend keeping something going there, something to keep positive energy flowing through the place.
We could make it like a comedy club or something.
So John does leave then, yeah?
He does.
Before he leaves, I need him to teach me how to bring more friends into my dements so that they can have a safe house.
He does so. You've got lucid dreaming, right?
Yep.
And you
3.
can certainly raise it with the experience you're going to get.
Yeah.
Before he leaves, he also breaks down and explains to Kai, he says, there was a reason I had taught you this above and beyond your own well-being.
What was that reason?
In case any of these demons ever slip their bonds, I wanted you to have somewhere to put them.
Interesting. I appreciate it, John.
Good luck.
I think we can easily convert this place and its dormitories into a place where people like Robert can find safety and solace and help.
You can make it a shelter?
Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead.
No, after you, please.
I was going to say, Gray, do you have anything particular planned for the next 2 decades?
Yeah, not really particular, but definitely redefining what my definitions of good and evil are. I think Gray would sort of try and buddy up with Daniel because felt very inadequate during that whole thing, and I want to like pump it up even more.
Very good.
And then also trying to figure out like what Daniel is necessarily about, like what he believes in, since he was, talking very friendly with the demon. I want to figure out, do I need to punch him or not? I guess is where I'm heading.
I think as far as relationships go, I think, well, first off, I'd like to make an amendment. If John is leaving, then Daniel's going to demand that he comes with John. He's going to teach him everything. He's going to demand that John teaches him everything he knows.
Okay.
And then he's going to make it a very, very much a point that he's taking responsibility for the failure that happened, but he's also blaming John a lot because he was not taught enough to begin with. But as far as like relationships go, I think he keeps regular contact with Christopher just because it's a toxic relationship. He knows that he needs that drive. He needs to be reminded of his failures. And then with Gray, I think there's a lot of connection there as well because
Instant message on occasion.
Yeah. But as far as like what Daniel's about, I think he would be very open with the fact that he was before the incident very interested in binding and bending beings like that to his will. But it was just fun for him. He was interested in seeing if he could do it. Now he feels like he needs to. Like he needs to at the very least be prepared so something like that never happens again.
Cool. Any other thoughts on where we are 20 years hence, or do you all want to just get to your button this up so you can get to your XP expenditures?
That's a lot of XP.
A lot of XP.
That's a lot of
And
XP.
I would also like to point out that those of you who are psychic, if you wish to spend the time and the energy to learn some magic, you can do so. It's just costly. Opening the first Numina costs 21 experience points.
How much is the
I
second?
believe it's 21. After that, you raise them like normal.
Okay.
You just have to unlock that other Numina.
Cool.
Let me check it here. I'm, secondary Numina is 21. Normally I wouldn't allow that sort of a thing, but I think in this particular case, it makes a whole lot of sense for you all to pick up a little bit of magic. The others probably aren't going to just pick up psychic phenomenon, but like you could learn magic over 20 years. So if you want to make that XP investiture, you can.
Blow things up. Yep. Sounds about right.
All right. Well, that was session 1. That was night 1.
Shit.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns?
Worst Thursday ever.
We didn't die.
You didn't die.
We all got crippled.
Yeah.
Right? You filled all the boxes, Travis. You dealt out a good
I almost
6,
TPK'd
20.
you.
It took
24
me
points of damage.
2 turns to get to crippled.
Yeah,
It's like,
same.
oh, this is bad.
Same. Snakes. Fucking snakes. Poor Cindy.
So good.
All right.
So good.
Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed. I look forward to seeing where night 2 takes us as you are drawn back into the events of this evening 20 years hence. Before we wrap things up, if you would, please tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, anything you would care to share with the audience at home, and your pronouns. Let's start this off this time with Daniel. Please give us all of your pertinence.
I have been Gilbert Ramos playing Daniel Ortiz, both he, him. Daniel is a manipulative piece of shit, and he deserved everything that was coming to him. What do I do? You can find me and the things that I do over here on Twitch. We have our own channel, twitch.tv/rolling nomads, where we do Vampire every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's a fun little Sabbat game with a bunch of little neonate shovelheads learning the ways of vampiric zealotry. You can also find us over on Sundays, same place, at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, doing closing out our Thy Kindred Come Chronicle. They figured out what was finally in the stone, and kind of like this, they let loose kind of like a demonic entity. It's a Bali. I reworked the Bali for V5, and it's a problem. Yeah, so that's
that sounds like fun.
Oh, it's great. They're not having it. Yeah, and then we start season 2 of our Scion Second Edition Chronicle, Scion Godsend, on the 21st, right here on Onyx Path. That's going to be awesome. We've got a Titan being added to our roster, so that's going to be interesting for our dynamics. That's it. That's all I do. You can find me on all the thing, like me personally, on all the things under the name @Ramos the Nomad. That's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, everything.
Beautiful. And next up, Chaz, please give us your pertinence.
So I am Chaz, he, him, they, them, all good. And I have been playing Kai, the vengeful vampire, who I am looking at all the spells I can learn right now because I want to blow some shit up.
Nice.
Yeah. I pop in. I've popped in and have guest starred in many of Travis's games where I'll be honest, I expected to die because there was a time where Travis killed me on the regular, about twice a month. I was just dead.
You did have a brief period where you were just a pop-up target.
Yeah, and it hasn't happened. I kind of miss it.
Well, we'll see what we can do next session.
Yeah, I
this
think
is
it's
a
time.
two-parter. I don't want to shoot the whole wad. Only being 4 health levels away from a TPK this turn.
That's fair. I've also been on Rolling Nomads every once in a while. So yeah, that is essentially my presence on the interwebs.
Excellent. And then next up we have Gray. Please give us your pertinence.
Hello, I am Pesto Mystic. I Twitch on occasion and tweets on occasion, all that good stuff. And I've been playing Gray, he, him. And my mind is a little scrambled from what an interesting, chaotic situation you brought for everybody. I feel like I feel it. It was very well.
Well,
very well
good. Thank you. That means a lot to hear. Thank you. I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, and you're our World of Darkness newbie. So what do you think of the World of Darkness so far?
It's dark.
Mission accomplished. Hang the banner up. Excellent. And did you have anything else you wanted to share with the group?
No, that's about it. Still just
Wonderful.
living in it.
And last but most certainly not least, that brings us to Christopher.
Yeah, I'm Rico Rodriguez, he, him, playing Christopher Garcia. Also he, him, poor kid. I had this whole idea about like he was kind of a gentle, withdrawn, like kind of skittish, and now Travis is going to turn him into an absolute monstrosity. I blame again Travis, who continues to run awesome games. And full disclosure, having played in one of, well, I guess in Travis's oldest Sorcerer games when Sorcerer first came out, and now playing Sorcerer now that he has thoroughly re-engineered. It's actually a spectacular piece. So I'm a big fan to be playing this. I've already said to other people, I'll say on this cast as well, of all the things that he's developed, this is so far the best. I hope you haven't peaked yet, but we are getting kind of old. So
It's very sweet. Thank you. And I mean, if this turns out to be the peak of my career, I won't complain.
I mean, hey, like I said, I was there when you said it. So you did the thing, and we're all very proud of you. And as far as me, I am a certified personal trainer, and I spend as much time as I possibly can nerding around on the internet, playing role-playing games with awesome people. I am a member of the Old Ways podcast as well. We do Call of Cthulhu, Vampire the Masquerade, and a bunch of like, I guess a post-production recorded real plays. So you can check them out or check us out at, I think, theoldways.com, theoldwayspodcast.com. Don't shoot me if I get that wrong.
I believe that's what it is. And I don't know if I'm talking out of turn here, but I believe I will be doing something with the Old Ways crew very soon here.
It could be. No spoilers.
It's possible.
But yeah, great times. And I'm looking forward to re-engineering Christopher's foray into this 20-year quest. I feel like we need a Carry On Wayward Son moment to happen. Like there's like a demon and we're all mad. Like that's just what's happening.
Maybe if I get ambitious, I'll cut together a sizzle reel of what happened this session. The road so far.
My part's easy. I just scream and cry a lot. Like that's all
right.
That happened.
Right. So you're Sam. On that note, before the supernatural fans get to me, I'm gonna run away. But first, I will let you know that my name is Travis Legge. My pronouns are he and they. And you can find me anywhere on the internet at Travis Legge, except here on Twitch where I'm at Plastic Age Plays. Go pick up M20 Sorcerer, leave ratings and reviews. I believe when this airs, it will still be in errata, and we are absolutely looking at everything everybody sends us because we want this to be the best game it can be. And so far, everybody's been super cool, sending in very helpful tips. We're going to make sure that we get you the best book that we can. So if you have picked it up and you notice anything that is unclear or anything that you're questioning at all, drop it in the errata, and we'll see what we can do to get it straightened up for you for the final version. Until then, just make sure you get your shots, take care of yourselves and each other, wash your hands, wear a mask, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye.